it's Hungary, Masha. As you may know, I live in Budapest, the capital of Hungary. It's one of the most popular travel destinations in Europe now. And when tourists come to a new city, they want to try local cuisine, of course. One of the most famous Hungarian dishes is goulash, or gulyas, if you want to say it in Hungarian. I tried goulash in different restaurants in Budapest, recommended online or where we go with my husband from time to time. I assess these restaurants according to the following criteria: taste, price, service, and the atmosphere. I'm going to show you how I went to these places, and in the end, I'm going to present my rating of the best goulash places in Budapest. Are you ready? Let's go.
Go, 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 go.
We are in the 7th district of Budapest. It's known for the Dohonyi Street Synagogue, which is the largest synagogue in Europe. Nightlife with its ruined bars and restaurants. Now we are going to a place recommended in many Budapest food guides, Getto Gulyas, located in Veselényi Street. I've been to this restaurant before, but I did not try the goulash. It's 3 p.m. now, it's past lunchtime but before dinner time, so I see 3 tables. But if you come in the evening, you'd better reserve the table. Here is the menu. We are going to order alföldi goulash or classic goulash. Alföld is the great Hungarian plate where goulash comes from. In Getto Gulyas, you can also try pörkölt or meat stew. In Hungary, goulash is not a stew but a soup. So if you want to order meat stew, you should get pörkölt. My goulash has arrived with some nice sourdough bread. The portion size is medium. You can see that there is a lot of meat and vegetables. The broth is quite thick. Let's try it. The goulash in Getto Gulyas has a rich meat flavor. You can feel paprika, but the soup is not spicy, it's neutral. I like the fact that the pieces of meat are not too big, so it's easy to eat just with spoon. Later I will tell you why it's so important. I give 4 points for the taste, just because I think that the soup could be a little bit spicier, or they could offer spices to add into the soup. As for the price, the goulash was 2,250 forint, which is about 6 euro. Good value for money. I also ordered a drink, and the restaurant included 12% fee into the bill. As for the service, I was met by a nice hostess at the entrance. I was with my daughter in her pram, and the hostess helped me to find a table which was more convenient with the pram. But the waiters themselves were not very friendly. They were not rude, but it seems that they didn't like their job. So I give only 3 points for the service. The overall atmosphere of the restaurant is very nice, and I like the high tables outside. It's nice to sit there in a warm summer evening and drink some wine or a nice lemonade that they make in Getto Gulyas. I give 5 points. Now we are going further into the 6th district. The next restaurant is located near Octagon. It's one of the busiest junctions in Budapest, where Andrássy Avenue meets Tereszkörút. Andrássy Avenue is the Hungarian Champs-Élysées. If you walk down the avenue, you can find luxury shopping, fancy restaurants, and the elegant Hungarian opera house. But we turn into Ferenc Liszt Square. Ferenc or Franz Liszt was a famous Hungarian composer. If you arrived in Budapest by plane, you probably noticed that the airport is also named after him. There are a lot of restaurants on this square, but we are going to Menza. If you want to come here for dinner, you should book the table a few days in advance. But in the lunchtime, it's easier to find a place. Menza has a very big menu that includes Hungarian, Italian, French and other European dishes. They have weekly offers. Surprisingly, the prices in Menza don't grow as fast as in other restaurants in Budapest. While I've been talking to you, my goulash was served. The size of the portion is about the same as in Getto Gulyas, but it's served in a metal bowl. I think that there is less meat in this goulash than in previous one. There are also chipetki, small homemade noodles. The broth is rich, the taste is balanced, but I think the soup could be more spicy. So my mark for the taste is 4. The price for goulash was approximately the same, and the service fee also 12%. So I paid 10 euro for a soup and a lemonade, which is a good price for lunch. So I give 5 points for the price. As for the service, I think it was excellent. friendly, fast. I have no complaints. 5 points. The atmosphere of the restaurant is very pleasant. They have a nice terrace where I was sitting because it was very hot, but they also have a big hall inside the restaurant with modern design. I give 5 points for the atmosphere. Today we are going to the 5th district, to the restaurant called Retek. The 5th district is the heart of Pest and home to the main attractions, such as St. Stephen Cathedral, Liberty Square and the Parliament. Retek Bistro is located in another street. Its name Retek means reddish in Hungarian. This time I was sitting inside the restaurant because it doesn't have a terrace, so I can show you the interior. It has modern design with some traditional Hungarian elements. I ordered the goulash, and while I was waiting for it, the waiter brought me a compliment of the chef, spicy sausage mousse, and bread for the soup, as well as some spicy paprika paste. The soup was served 5 minutes later. It was a bit smaller than in the previous restaurants, but there was a lot of meat. I could also find celery pieces, which gave more flavor to the soup, and there were small noodles, like in Menza. A big advantage was this paprika paste. I added just a bit and the soup became much spicier. Of course, not everyone likes spicy food, that's why I like this option when they bring some extra spice or paprika paste, and you can add it if you want. I give 5 points for the taste. The price was higher than in 2 previous restaurants. I paid €10 for goulash and the service fee was 15%. I give 4 points for the price, but I think that it was good value for money. As for the service, I was given some free starter, and at the end the waiter offered me some palinka, traditional Hungarian fruit spirit. I did not drink it, but I was pleased that they offered it. The service was excellent, 5 points. The atmosphere was also very nice. I liked the interior, this combination of modern and traditional elements, 5 points. Today we are going to the Buda side. The weather today is perfect for goulash, rainy. The previous times it was about 30 degrees. You can definitely feel that we are not in Pest anymore. You can see these hills that remind Montmartre in Paris. The restaurant we are going to is called 1025. It is included in the Michelin guide. On the Michelin website I read that while dishes are hearty with robust flavors, they also have a refined edge. The menu includes Hungarian classics with a Mediterranean edge. I ordered goulash as usual. First the waiter brought some bread with butter, and a few minutes later the goulash arrived with more bread. The portion was very small. You can see how small the pot is compared to the tablespoon. There were a few quite big pieces of meat and vegetables and some homemade noodles. If you put such a big piece of meat into your mouth, it's very difficult to chew and you can't cut the meat into the soup, so it's not very convenient to eat the soup with such big pieces of meat. Probably the restaurant wanted to show that they put a lot of meat, but it would be better to cut the meat into smaller pieces, like in Getto Gulyas. The taste of the soup was ordinary, neutral. They put some fresh onions on top of the soup to add some spice probably, but I don't like fresh onions and I would prefer some paprika paste or paprika powder. So the taste is just 3 points. As for the price, this goulash was the most expensive and the portion was very small, so just 3 points for the price. The service and the atmosphere were good, 5 points for each criteria. And our final destination is located in the 9th district near the Liberty Bridge and Central Market. We are heading to Pipa restaurant in Pipa Street. The restaurant has a traditional Hungarian interior with Hungarian music playing in the background. The menu includes Hungarian classics. The goulash is offered in 2 versions, in a cup and in a bowl. I ordered a bowl of goulash. It was served quite quickly with some bread. The waiter also asked whether I wanted some spices. I said yes, and he brought my favorite paprika paste. There was enough meat, probably the pieces were a bit too big, but smaller than in stand 25, it was easier to chew them. As for the vegetables, there were not only potatoes and carrots, but also some root vegetables like parsnips. The flavor was rich and I liked the paprika inside this goulash, so I give 5 points for the taste. As for the price, it was the cheapest goulash. It was just 1,800 forints, which is about 4.5 euro. And the portion was quite big. It was enough as a main dish. If you want to get goulash and some main dish, you can get a cup of goulash, which is just 2.5 euro. So I give 5 points for the price. Service was good as well. The waiters were polite and fast, and they helped me with the pram. I know that for some of you it's not an important criteria, but I went to all the restaurants with my daughter in her pram, and the attitude towards the fact that I was with the pram is illustrative of the quality in general. So I give 5 points for the service in Pipa restaurant. The atmosphere was less good. I understand that they serve traditional dishes and they wanted to emphasize this with this interior, but the restaurant looks like many other traditional restaurants. There is nothing special about it. I give 4 points. Now you can see my final rating. 3 restaurants got 19 points: Menza, Retek and Pipa. But you see that the repartition of the points is different. If you want a good taste for a low price but you don't care about the interior of the restaurant, I recommend Pipa. If you want something more refined, Retek is better. And Menza is just a restaurant with reliable quality and affordable prices. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel. If this video gets a lot of views, I will make part 2 with more goulash places. Thank you for watching us and see you soon!